It's a rivalry that stretches back to the year 1066 when conquerors from what was then France invaded England. Now a war of sorts has broken out over scallops. The scallop scuffle is being waged off the northern coast of France. At stake, lucrative scallop stocks, which French fishermen say are being poached by the British. They say they're fishing legally. But that's not stopping the French from threatening to mobilize a 250-vessel armada to keep them out of disputed waters. Kate Parkinson reports from Normandy.
In Port-en-Besson, a town which lives off the sea, there is little to smile about. They were expecting a bumper season for scallops until the British got there first.
We know that we can manage the resources, but that's useless because they come to pillage the scallops before we can even fish for them.
The French are bound by national laws which force them to stow their nets from May to October to allow stocks to replenish. But for the British, it is open scalloping season all year round.
It's difficult to blame them entirely. It's rather a regret that we don't have a European legislation, which applies equally to the fishermen of both countries. But at the same time, the question was never asked. The situation is new, and it's now that we have to try to negotiate with the British fishermen and the European Union to find rules so that a situation like this does not happen again.
But the French authorities say there is very little they can do to stop the British fishing in international waters. The fishermen say for now they have little choice but to take matters into their own hands. Their latest plan is an action on land to try and force French shops and restaurants from selling scallops imported from the UK. Fishing is big business in the European Union, and this conflict underscores the fierce competition for dwindling stocks.
This is not over. If the situation is not resolved by next year, I think this time there will be a lot of trouble.
For now, the British have the law on their side, but for the French, the dispute is far from over. Kate Parkinson, CCTV, Port-en-Besson.